Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film A Cat in Paris. Dino, who is a cat who lives with a little girl during the day, but at night helps out a cat burglar, Nico, burgle very expensive jewels and money from people. The little girl, Zoe, her mother is the police superintendent, and her father was killed by a gangster. And she is living with her mom and this caregiver. Dino the cat and Nico the cat burglar are going on their adventures. And then the little girl Nico one day decides to follow Dino the cat and see where he goes all the time, and discovers this whole cat burgling world. This film, to me, even though it's a very well structured, well made film, to me this is more about the character design than the plot. I really like the character design. I've heard some people say it's Sal Bass-like. It almost looks like a weird, like, Picasso drawing or something, the character design, which I kind of like. And I like how when you see Nico move from one building to the other, he, like, the way he, like, fluidly moves, like, he like moves around like a snake, but so perfectly. This works really well for an animated film, because you could never really get a cat to emote like that on film, but an animated cat you could, and I thought he was a really cool cat character, as well as the inquisitive little girl Zoe. And it's very French. I mean, the design is French, and their names all sound French and cool, and it is in Paris. I mean, it's called A Cat in Paris. The story is very well structured, and it reminds me of a family-friendly kind of movie like Kindergarten Cop or something, but it's so much better told. The B-plot with the mom and the daughter, and she's the criminal superintendent. She's also trying to catch a cat burglar, and the only trace they found were paw prints of a cat. And it's cool watching, like, a little cat and this cool, like, hipster guy, like, rob people. I like that whole concept. I don't know. It's obviously very influenced by Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief. As kind of weird and odd as the character design is, and even the character design reminds me of, like, kind of Our Real Monsters and that kind of period. This movie takes a lot of, like, weirder artistic elements, but it's using a very simple plot structure that we're all kind of used to. You know, there's not much that separates the plot of this film from, like, A Night at the Museum or a Kindergarten Cop, really, but I think it's much better told than those. This has kind of a noir element to it, as well as a really great cinematic score, which almost reminds me of Hitchcock in a lot of ways. It's a fun story of watching a cat help a cat burglar, very much like Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb. He's their friendly pet platypus most of the time, but he's also a secret agent. And this is a little more well, I don't know how believable it is, but it feels a little more believable than Phineas and Ferb. I like the whole fantasy to it. It's such a fantasy kind of a film, and I love the style of the animation. Just adds to that for me. It, like, enhances the fantasy. Like, it's something like you want to believe, like a little kid, even though I know I'm too old to believe that, like, this French cat would do all this. Like, I love the idea of it so much. It's not very long. It's like an hour long. So, like, by the time you get to the end of it, you don't really get to think about it so much. So you're, you know, all the doubts that it's kind of unbelievable having this cat with this cat burglar and blah, blah, blah. You don't need to think about that because it moves too quick, which is really a good thing. This is one of the nominees for the Best Animated Feature. This is the first year ever in the Best Animated Feature category where two foreign animated films were nominated. It's this and Chico and Rita. And this was the least seen of all of them, and I don't know why. I wish the distributor would put this out more. I'm not going to tell you how I saw it. If you can ever see A Cat in Paris, I really recommend it. So if you've seen A Cat in Paris and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.